Shit. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. Oh, I was talking to myself. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? Okay. Ah, goddamn. Okay, let me check here. I got to do that. Okay. What's going on here, folks? Okay. So I was talking for 5 minutes and that wasn't even connected. Boomer. Sorry. Let me put this. Yeah. Boomer. There we go. I'll just put that there. Yeah. That's what I get for that. I had no idea. I just started talking. I was just like, oh shit. So I put up the thing. And I was like, oh, okay. I thought that, okay. So shit. Okay. Okay. Let me make sure here what I got. Okay. All right. Let me see what we got here. Let me turn off the, okay. Oh, okay. Now I see. Okay. Damn. Okay. I'm an idiot, aren't I? Oh my goodness. That's what I get, huh? Oh, damn. So I had the intro going and then, well, fucking hell. Okay. So I fucked that up royally. All right. Well, goddamn. Okay. All right. Well, I think I scared one person away. He probably got bored. That's okay. Anyway, so let me do this for like the third time. God damn. So the DNC happened. Not too much. It was just basically just the same old feijoa that's been said, you know. It was the same. I guess somebody's home. Let me see here. I always try to get this set up at an opportune time, and then let me go see what that is. Hold on. Man. Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Okay. God damn. Okay. Can y'all still hear me? I want to make sure. God damn. Dog starts barking. I'm like, oh man, someone's honking and I should have been out there. But, oh, anyway. But like I say, I'm not going to say too much about the DNC and RNC. I just think they're both gay, and relatively speaking. You know, boring ass speeches. A lot of nonsense, you know. Vosh is afraid. It could be. Vosh could be very afraid. Vosh, he he really opened up the, really started to hit, whack the hornet's nest with a stick, because he took all these Marx, Lenin, and Engels quotes out of context. Vosh better be careful, man. People are going to go after him, and he can't. Like I say, the thing is with Vosh, yeah, he's got the big brain type of thing. He's just one of these dudes who just he thinks he can keep on going like this. It's like, man, you got to be careful, bro. He's really stepping in the doo-doo, isn't he? So yeah, I mean, when I hear about Vosh or when I see Vosh, I'm like, come on, man, this dude really going to take Marx and Lenin and Engels out of context like that? Come on. He's playing with fire right now, Because, I mean, ultimately, out of pure contradictoriness, I know that's not a word, but I'll say it nonetheless, implying people going after Vosh is a bad thing. No. Oh, no. I don't mean to imply that at all. Yeah, it's a good thing. I'm glad that, once again, now it's the real, once again, we're going to have to go, real motherfucking G's. Yeah, that song, yeah. All of a sudden, Dr. Dre is a G thing, but but on his old album covers, he was a she thing. So nigga, please don't step to these motherfucking real G's. He's stepping to some real motherfuckers now, and now Vosh, he's going to be brought to, he's going to be brought to task as he should. Let's get it out the way, as he should. He should be put into, should be put to task over what he's, over what he's been saying, what he's been doing. You know, he's just, he's really talking out of his ass on a lot of these things, And it's like, it's so ridiculous too, because like he can go to plenty of other sites. And where does this fool go? This fool goes to DLive to stream the RNC. He's going to the enemy, the lion's den, so to speak, thinking he can just go on. And the thing is, I think it's interesting too, because Vosh had, I think, at the, if we're looking at it from a purely numbers standpoint, looking at DLive, a relatively small site, relatively speaking, he had maybe 10,000 or 11,000 people watching on DLive. And of course, the Groypers are all there because, of course, they're waiting for Nick Fuentes to come on. Once Nick Fuentes came on, about, the second hour of the RNC convention, that reached 12,000 people. 12,000 people came out for Nick Fuentes, and only maybe about 10,000 or 11,000 for Vosh. So it has to be put into context. I think in general, I don't want to waste my time talking about DNC, RNC. Look, overall, it's just, one of the highlights of the RNC, of course, is they had the two folks, outside their mansion, of course, the guy who had the M16 and who swept his wife, and they both carrying their straps and everything like that. They entering in the the gated community and everything. Yeah, even if I was wrong about everything I just say, I'm still right. Yeah, that's him. That is definitely him. Let me see here. Can I do that? And does it go? Yeah. Oh, okay. Good. I was like, okay, does it go over the, okay. Good. But yeah, I mean, that's really all I have to say about this shit. I mean, it's just cringe to me. It's just DNC, RNC stuff doesn't need to be talked about. I know Kenosha, Wisconsin, there was a POC that got killed. And so Kenosha, Wisconsin, been blowing up right now. They've been going into the neighborhood. They've been going into the neighborhoods talking about stuff. And of course, this kind of goes to, hey, what's going on, Unit Army Ball? Was Vosh banned from YouTube? No, Vosh, he doesn't. You can't, you can't commentate unless you're the Young Turks. You can't make commentary on the DNC, RNC because you'll get copyright flagged. So that's why he went on DLive. But yeah, he only does that because he'll get flagged. Yeah, but that's the funny thing though. TYT was the only one, at least on YouTube. TYT, I mean, they must have been sucking some serious dick or something. But they were the only ones that can commentate on the RNC, and not get any copyright strikes, at least as far as I know. Because nobody, and I mean, fuck if I know what goes on behind the scenes, but it's like, that's just one of the funny things, So, I mean, we just heard more, based Israel type of stuff from the RNC and shit like that. And it's all fucking cringe, TYT are feds? Yes, they are. They are feds. They are. And they get their money, and then, it's whatever, really. But yeah, to be honest, I respect Vosh. He's a Jewish man and knows how to hustle. Yeah. Well, his dad worked in Hollywood. Like I say, I mean, what's his name? Like Ian Wynorski or something like that? I don't know. Nah. But it's like Ian something, at least according to what his docs is. And he grew up in Beverly Hills, or he says in a smaller California town, but it's like still the dude lived in relative luxury. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous where he's like, oh, well, there's pedophiles in Hollywood. Yeah. This is new. Yeah. Welcome back, Reese. It's been a while. I feel so bad because but yeah, anyway, I'm glad you're back, Reese. Yeah, this is new, definitely. Yeah, we got the StreamYard. I decided to dole out some cash and make it look somewhat nice. So I got the nice little background here. I think this is Black Forest. We got the anti-Vosh. So I mean, we step in the game up a little bit. We step in the game up. Yeah, Vosh said that he grew up in an Orthodox community. Yeah, I once saw someone repost the TYT video of Sanders responding to Trump about the rigged election. Ironic considering the DNC fucked him over. Yeah. What a joke seeing him show for them. Yeah. It really is. It really is. I mean, it just like I say, once again, you'll find that folks that are, extremely politically driven, who or who get involved with, politics in a deeper way, people like Kyle Kalinske and people like TYT and even Vosh to a point. These are folks that have have material obligations. The thing is, people like Vosh, this is now their job. It's their job to go on there and start shilling for this and that. And of course, I mean, he argues with his I might live stream some of my future podcasts or something too. Yeah, that sounds good. Like I say, I don't know how much it would be in Europe, but this was about, I shouldn't talk about money issues, but it was about $240, I think it was, to get this. So just to let you know, but you know what, you go ahead and do your own thing. Anyways, I was just gonna say, I mean, we're still talking about Vosh and still talking about DNC, but basically, DNC, RNC is just bullshit. Really, I don't really care what they have to say. A lot of it is just, it's going to be a time capsule because it's like it's stuck in that time. They're talking about Black Lives Matter over, on the DNC, RNC. They're still talking about the the two folks, the husband and wife who had, the one guy had the M16, the other dude, his wife had the strap. Yeah. It's funny. The same people who say vote blue no matter who also don't notice that Richard Spencer is also exactly. That was so fun. I haven't even fucked with Twitter like that much, but I saw that. I was like, bruh, the fact that it was on, the trending page of Twitter that Richard Spencer supports Biden. Oh my goodness. But it's kind of sad in a certain way that we still worried about this fool. People give him, it's like we could all just ignore this fool and forget about Richard Spencer, but it's like the media needs him. They need him as a figurehead. He's not even that relevant. It's like, who really takes this dude seriously? Oh my gosh. He goes on JF Gillespie's stream, JF Garapi's stream. It's like, or he's talking on his channel to what's his name? Woods. I can't think, the Irish guy, but yeah. Vote Jew no matter who. Yeah. Yeah. Because he grew up Jewish doesn't mean he still, radiates atheism to me. Yeah. But yeah. I want to say shout out to Union Army Ball. He put out a video recently about the DPRK saying that Juche was more in line with Christianity, or at least some of the thoughts behind it were somewhat connected, although it is based in atheism. But I think that, it was a pretty good video. I need to read some more about Kim Jong-il and Kim Jong-un and, Kim Il-sung, of course. But yeah, Keith Woods. Yeah, you're right, Weebaboo. There you go. What's up with Richard Spencer? Is he just accelerationist? No, I think Richard Spencer is just a shill. The thing is, Richard Spencer, a lot of his family is rich. Even though his mom, I think, lives in Redfish, Montana. That's not doxing. You can find that easily. But, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous because it's like, he grew up in Virginia. He has a lot of connections with Democrats and everything else. So it's of course, I mean, he's just a shill. I mean, this is a guy who that everyone should have known was not to be trusted. But yeah, Weebaboo, on the Jewish question, the bookmarks is responding to not the Jewish question itself. Yeah, true. There's another fake story going around saying Kim Jong-un is dead. Oh, really? Yeah, the thing is, the one I heard most recently about the DPRK was that they were collecting dogs for meat. And that came from like a South Korean source. But yeah, it was bullshit though. Yeah, it is bullshit. I don't much of what comes out of there, but yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah. Thinks that white people should be getting free healthcare, which is why he endorsed Biden. That's retarded. I'm just going to tell you right now, that's a retarded take. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just going to have to be blunt with you, Weebaboo. But yeah, once again, combat liberalism. I'm not going to just sit here and agree with you just because you've been on these streams. But yeah, that's bullshit. White people should get free healthcare. That's nonsense. He's doing it because He's always been somewhat of a Democrat insider. If you think that Biden or Trump is going to give you free health care, or if they're going to give you, free college because they just want to give in, that's bullshit. I'm just going to tell you that right now. I think it's bullshit, but that's just me. Now, my take, that's R. Spencer's take. Okay. All right. I'll take that then. Like I said, I don't really look into what Richard Spencer tweets out, this and that. I see the bigger stuff, but I don't really care about the other stuff. So, all right, fair enough. Conflict conservation in Ukraine's, because I heard this from Union Army Ball. I think he's still in the chat. So we'll go ahead and he made a recommendation to talk about Transnistria. And we'll go ahead and we'll kind of go over that. Let me see if I can do that here. I got to go do this outlay. And I think I can do that background when I do it. Okay, let's go ahead and try this in. Here we go. Let's see if I can get this right. I think I can. There we go. Okay, and it's going to go big. Okay. Full screen. There we go. Okay. So this was about a week ago, actually 12 days ago now. A little over 13 days. Conflict conservation in Ukraine's east follows the Transnistria model, part 1. Okay. Okay, Frozen is a Western. Okay, so this is the Jamestown Foundation. So I take this with a grain of salt. I think this is a big think tank. I think it's more of a neocon outlet. So we'll put it into the context a little bit. Let me see what we got here. Okay, yeah. Why is everyone surprised that Dems are re-embracing racial politics bigly? Spencer fits in well with the whole blue team. Yeah, true. Yeah. Hey man, I don't know if you remember, but Argent's been working on his dissonance survey, and he's just about done with it, and he released it. For you to take and give feedback. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll probably look at that, Will DeMarco. Yeah, the American oligarchs, both parties. Belarus makes me think of Transnistria, just since they both preserve some of the Soviet policies. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Boy, let's see here. This is kind of a shit show, isn't it? But it's all right. This is mostly just for y'all to chat and, for me to occasionally make some comments here and there. But anyway, okay, let me go back over this here. Abkhazia and South Ossetia are now of the desired end to Russia's intervention in eastern Ukraine's Donbass. Those conflicts never froze in a political sense, not even after the cessation of active hostilities in Moldova in 1992 and Georgia by fits and starts until 2008. Okay, this must have been translated because this does not sound okay. Freeze, moreover, implies a natural or spontaneous process, whereas the post-hostility situation in Transnistria, Abkhazia, and South Ossetia are now looming in Ukraine's east. But in general, okay, I don't fully believe this because in general, I think Russia has kind of had more of a let's not do much about Donbass, the Donetsk People's Republic, and the Lugansk People's Republic. Russia has kind of taken like let's be careful about what we do. We're going to give them supplies and we're going to have, military stuff. But in general, we're not going to get that involved. At least that's what I've seen. I mean, you can go ahead and correct me where I'm wrong. Let me go ahead and take a look at the comments about my ridiculous comments. But let's see here. Yep. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Uncle Ho. But yeah, that's my take on it, really. It's like not much has been done in Donbass. It's like they're still at, or the Donetsk People's Republic and the Lugansk People's Republic. Now, of course, I mean, there aren't that many people, except in Russian channels, of people talking about the Lugansk People's Republic. But, of course, Donbass and the Donetsk People's Republic, you have the cheerleader in none other than Russell Bentley. And, of course, that's a guy who grew up in Texas. He got put in jail for selling weed. He ended up getting out. He ended up doing some forestry stuff for, I think, the state of Texas. And then he was like, he saw what was going on in Donbass, and he said, I'm going to, he basically, saw the pictures and everything. And he, he was a combat engineer in the U.S. Army. So he went to Donbass. But yeah. Are the Belarus protests subversion, genuine discontent with Lukashenko? I think it's a little of both, but I think mostly it is subversion. I really do. I don't think it's genuine in general. I think that a lot of, they had the other candidate who was running against him, the opposition, I think fled to one of the Baltic countries, I think, and was like, oh, you should feel bad about that. Yeah, I feel like Russia has gotten a little cautious after they got Crimea. I'm sure that it isn't the end of their expansion, though. China seems to have gotten more aggressive recently, though. Yeah, somewhat. I think that, like I say, I think China is still having these skirmishes with India. Also the Spratly Islands, they've kind of any good resources on Transnistria and how it works. Well, I got this article here. Now, I got this from the Jamestown Foundation. This is what I'm reading through right now. I don't know if it's a good source because it sounds like it's kind of like neoconservative. I don't really have a good source to give you the answer, though. I don't really have a good one. I'm just reading through this here. The Transnistria model helps to conserve three key sources of Moscow's leverage. First, Russia's military presence without a legal cover. Second, a Russian-protected statelet, ideally, but not necessarily under a constitutional cover, squeezed out of the aggressed state, special status federalization. And third, extensions of the Russian world inside societies, cultures, and political systems of non-Russian countries. These similarities are taking clearer shape following the July 22nd enhanced ceasefire agreement and the Russo-German preconditions that have just been announced holding another Normandy group. Ukraine, Russia, Germany, France summit. Okay. I don't know what the hell all that is, but basically, I think that they're just saying is that it's just leverage without having, they basically want the benefits with none of the downside. That's what it sounds like to me. But yeah, I think I'll talk about this here a little bit. Part 2. Okay, this part 2, we'll click here. All right, we'll go ahead and click off this. Okay, so this is from the 13th. Okay, elements of the Relegating the conflict, interstate. Okay, special status. Okay, you know what? I'll go ahead and drop this link in here. I think I can do that. So I'll go ahead and drop the link. There we go. I'll drop that link. So if y'all want to read that, y'all can, at least in the United States. I'm not sure. Anyone opposing imperialism equals aggression. Yeah, that's how a lot of it is, but I'll go ahead and drop that in. I don't know if y'all want to read that. Like I said, it's Jamestown Institute or Jamestown Foundation. Take it with a grain of salt. Like I say, it smells like neocon stuff. Let me see here. We got, this is, okay, Balkan Insight. Let's take a look. This is from August 18th, so this is a week ago. The devastating ammunition nitrate explosion of August 4th in Beirut has rattled nerves in Moldova, where for decades Russian soldiers have been guarding a huge Soviet-era ammunitions cache in a small village in the north of rebel Transnistria. Oh, okay. So this is, okay, I had no idea. I just clicked on this and said, I'll just make it work. Border conflict with India, further suppression of Hong Kong protests, trade war with the West, sending ships into the South Seas, etc. Yeah, I mean, like I say, I just mentioned the border conflict with India, the skirmishes that have been going on. The Hong Kong protests are completely paused. The guy that was LARPing is Chinese, but turned out to be a white dude. Yeah, I mean, sometimes Euros are cringe, but Yeah, NATO touts about democracy until their guy loses, then it becomes a regime that needs intervention happening in Belarus now. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't using aggressive as a bad thing, though. There you go. There you go. All right. Let's see what else we got. The warehouse in the village of Kobazna is believed to be the biggest ammunition depot in Eastern Europe, though what exactly it holds has long been the subject of guesswork by outside observers, denied access. Oh, man. Me and the boys on a trip to Kobazna. Oh, boy. So we're going to the village of Kobazna to let us in so we can get some, get some guns and stuff like that. Get some SA2s or something, I don't know how good those would be, but yeah. Me and the boys of Kobazna. Okay. Sorry. All right. I've said enough on that joke. Okay. Though what exactly it holds has long been the subject of guesswork by outside observers, denied by access by Moscow and the Transnistrian separatist authorities. The depot is believed to hold around 20,000 tons of ammunition in various stages of use or degradation, including ammunition withdrawn from Germany, Poland, and the Czech Republic. Why didn't this get sold? Why didn't hold on. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, hold on. Because I was like, okay, what about I'm trying to think about the Jewish gun runners. What were their names? The Dogs of War? No, it's not that. I think, well, maybe it is. Dogs of War. Dogs of War. Oh, no. Okay. It's not that one. The Dogs of War. That's not it. Oh, that's something else. Okay. Okay. What was the name of that? Oh, shit. I cannot think of it. What was it? Yeah. Communism is all the things we don't like. Democracy is all the things we do like. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, 20,000 tons of ammunition from various countries withdrawn from Germany, Poland, and the Czech Republic. Oh, okay. So, I'm trying to think of it now. Oh, I'm almost there. Divioli. I think Divioli? Is that his name? Diviol. Divioli. Let me see. Diveroli. That's it. Yeah. Ephraim Diveroli. There we go. Yeah. I was going to say Ephraim Diveroli, the one that they made the movie about. Diveroli. That's it. Oh, I couldn't think of it. Okay. Thank you, Google. Thank you, Google, for replacing my memory because my memory is shot. If Transnistria gets invaded, I hope they fight like hell. Okay. But let's see here. Yeah. So Germany, Poland, and the Czech Republic with the end of the Cold War. So basically all the stuff that Ephraim Divioli and his partner didn't get from Albania. Albania, which was actually really Chinese, because that's what it was. Because ultimately, after the Tiananmen Square incident, the U.S. banned the sale of Chinese ammo or something like that. So they were trying to be slick. But anyway, greed is bad. Greed is bad. We'll just put it that way. These ammo stocks in Kobazna were formed ad hoc. Moldovan former defense minister Viorel Cibaratu, who made a rare inspection of the site in 1998, told BIRN. Oh, shit. You're going to make me... Oh, kiss my ass. I'm not going to read that. Okay. Anyway, that was pretty interesting, though. Okay, that was interesting. So I at least wanted to mention that because I know Union Army Ball wanted me to talk about it. So I briefly mentioned that, I think, with Transnistria. Transnistria. Yeah, okay, I pronounced it right. They had a lot, 20,000 tons of ammo. Holy shit. Like I said, how come it's like the separatist groups? I mean, that's a lot of ammo. You can try to separate out the good from the bad. I don't know. Yeah, it was a paywall. That's just cringe. That's gay. I'm not going to do that. People have gotten enough of my money. I'm not going to do it anymore. Anyway, I think I've pretty well said. Is there anything else y'all want me to talk about? We've dabbed on Vosh. We need to dab on Vosh, I think, every one of these podcasts. We've dabbed on him a little bit. We've let me see here. I don't know. What I think we'll go ahead and take that off. But yeah, I think we've dabbed on everybody we wanted to, right? But yeah, the DNC and RNC conventions are cringe. They're gay. I've been watching a lot of videos about making steel. It's been fascinating stuff. It's like it's the same thing with like I'm trying to think about getting building up the coke. That's what they use to treat the metal. But I was reading it. It's like up to 40% of the metal produced today is recycled. And China, of course, gets all the fei hua, really, because ultimately it's like they have all this old stuff with like copper wiring and stuff. They're just like, well, this is all we got, so we're just going to melt it in. But I was like, I've been watching a lot of videos on that. Just like, it's amazing. It's amazing. And I found out Brazil is one of the largest producers of steel. It's like, yeah, the United States, still has quite a few plants, but yeah, I'm working for a steel company. Pretty cool stuff. I agree. Yeah, definitely. I mean, if I was younger and if I was more of a mechanical dude, then I would like doing that. But I think that in general, I know that I'm not meant for that sort of work. I'll tell you a little anecdotal story. I used to work for an HVAC company, and this is how bitchy the boss was. He didn't like the fact that I was the way that I were stripping wires. He didn't like that. I remember that he said, "Those last few wires you stripped look like shit." I'm just like, I was just sitting there getting something out of the van. I was trying to fix the door or something like that because they gave us one of these busted ass vans. And I'm just like, okay. And then I remember he just drove off. I'm like, bruh. And of course, I didn't stay there that long. It just goes to show how much they didn't like me. But I was just like, okay, whatever, dude. And so I went, I worked for a plumbing company for a little bit, this and that. But it is fascinating stuff. It really is. Watching how metal is produced. I mean, nowadays, of course, they try to make it more healthier or make it, not healthier necessarily, but, they make it more environmentally friendly somewhat. I was watching stuff about Zug Island, where a lot of the, they did things really the old school way, just melting all that stuff. And of course, I mean, the surrounding community there in, the kind of the Detroit metro was fucked up because of it. And they floated a lot of that stuff from Zug Island that they produced, and they sent that straight to the Ford plant at the Rouge plant in Detroit, near Detroit, which the Rouge plant is still open today. They've changed a lot of it. That was open in like the 1920s, but yeah, fascinating stuff. Yeah, a lot of industrial places treat workers bad since it's cheaper to just replace you. Yeah, exactly. It really is. Yeah, I mean, working in there's this false dichotomy, and I think I've said this before, but I'll say it again. Is that there's this false dichotomy where it's just like you can either go to college or go into a trade. And unfortunately, yeah, that is true to a point, but I think that it sucks either way. It's like, a lot of Republicans are like, well, find a real job, get a job as a welder, get a job as this and that. Yeah, but the thing is, though, is that welding jobs, those are going to go away too, and that they don't teach these kids anything. I mean, I went to school for HVAC, and, basically they just sent me out there. And a lot of the stuff they taught me had nothing to do with what they were doing, Yeah, China's all right, but I'm not a China simp. That's fair. Seeing the takes from Twitter, not even good ones. Yeah. Fair enough. I'll let you go ahead and talk about that. But yeah, learn to code, exactly. But yeah, I mean, it's such a false dichotomy because, like, college is bullshit. I will say that, as I'm about to graduate college, hopefully, and I'm going to try to play this game and hopefully get my little diploma, get my bachelor's of business administration and marketing. But the thing is, I mean, who gives a shit, really? At the end of the day, it's like, it's still bullshit. I'm just going to tell you. Yeah, trade jobs are good if you can work for your own or a small and medium-sized company. Once it gets larger in corporate, then you get treated bad. Exactly. Yeah. If you get over 20 people, you're fucked. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those places where it's like they want you to, there's a basic standard. And if you don't meet it within a certain amount of time, they're going to kick your ass to the curb. Because eventually, because I'll tell you this, working in another HVAC company, after I was let go from the first one I had, I went with another one that did residential work. And they had me for 2 or 3 days, and they won me in a van right away. And ultimately they're like, well, he's not going to get, he's not smart enough for that. So ultimately they were just like, okay, they tried to play around with me. Oh, we don't know. We're still deciding. So I just went in, and they knew that, I knew they weren't going to give me a job. So I'm just like, hey, how's it going? I just need someone to cut me a check. And they're like, okay, yeah, sure. Wrote me a check. Deuces. And I went to Express Employment, and I'll tell y'all right now, Express Employment, that's some bullshit. Y'all don't want to do that. Waiting for them to call you up and send you out to do some cryovac job or send you out to fold, clean aprons that businesses send you and all that shit. That's some bullshit right there, man. I'm telling you. And I know there's a lot of Hispanics that work in those fields. I'm not going to shit on folks, but it's like we it gets tiring, man, because like those places, all they have are big fans, and they have the AC in the break rooms, and that's it. So you can be hot as hell. They drag in that stuff like they're bringing in to catch a tuna or something like that, and just drop it down. Oh man, it's some fuck shit. I'll just tell you that right now. Yeah, they want short-term gains, even though they lost potential good long-term employee. Yeah, that's capitalism. That's capitalism. You know, like I say, and I know I'm in the capitalist beast right now. I mean, we all are, but it's like, the stress of it and realizing the system we're under is fucked up, but it's like, but then you look at these Western Marxist Leninists, or you look at these Western folks who are so concerned about gender or identity, or, worried about, well, let's trans rights, this and that. It's like, who gives a fuck? I'm going to be a class reductionist and just say you should worry about the people first, period, all of them, and not give a shit about some, transgenderism, or try to counter signal folks by saying, well, it's not just the Jews. Yeah, of course, I'll be the first one to say it's not just the Jews, but you know what? You got to start somewhere, and I know that's somewhat Fed posting, but it's like, you got to start somewhere when you're saying something, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, man, like I say, I'm just a little bit sleepy because I did go to bed somewhat early, but I've just been running around. You got to wear your mask at college and everything. It's like just such bullshit. You know what I mean? Just trying to get all that straight. Most of it is online. They're not going to have, they cut it to, I think, 4 days a week. I think that we're going just Monday through Thursday. And it's like then they're closed on Friday and just Saturday and Sunday. Yeah. I don't even consider the social LGBT types can be ML at all. Marx didn't even recognize them. So to be at all B, they are just liberals with LARP, with hammer and sickles. Yep, exactly. I agree. So it's like, yeah, I would join legitimate ML groups. Number one, if they existed where I'm at, which they don't. I mean, I live in a fairly small town in Texas. They don't really exist. Unless if they do, it's really, really fucking underground shit. Number one. Number two is, what are they going to be doing? They're going to be, they're just going to be antagonizing cops. And it's like, okay, yeah, I can understand. You don't have to like the cops, but it's like, you need to come up with some better stuff and start, it doesn't take much to be in this imperialist core, if we want to say things that way, and get co-opted, And dare I say it, but maybe Black Red Guard has a point where it's like, yeah, maybe you need to start these little, start off and create these bases, these separate places. And maybe, dare I even say it, I'm just going to say this one time, but maybe be like the Turner Diaries and set up other places where you can, be separate, not within a big city. You can't do that. Move out of the city, find places that are abandoned, this and that, and set up stuff out there, set up shop out there. Now, of course, I mean, to a point, I'm Fed posting, but I also feel like there's some point in that. Yeah. I remember Suck My Opinion waging war on class reductionists. It seemed like his audience shrunk afterwards. Suck My Opinion, at least as far as I know, was sponsored a lot by Peter Coffin. And then Peter Coffin and him had a falling out. Is that they were going to try to, basically what they were talking about was that, a couple of years ago, there was some article, I think one of these other shit libs were talking about, I think it was Cat Black, but was saying about how BreadTube is too white. BreadTube has too many white people in it. And of course, did they try to change that? And they brought in people like Suck My Opinion. And yeah, plus you also have to worry about feds infiltrating any legitimate party movement. Most of the counterculture in the U.S. seems they're just controlled opposition by the feds. Yep, that's true. That's true. But yeah, I was going to say, you made me reference a bad book. Yeah, I know. You don't have to say it out loud. Don't worry. I'm not going to say it again. Don't worry. At least not in this stream. But yeah. I was going to say too, I mean, it's just, is that they, Suck My Opinion was an attempt to bring in more black folks. And the thing is that they really haven't talked to many of them. I know that there are a few folks out there like that, African syndicalists, and I know that there are other, I can't think of their names, There's that guy like Simba, I think. Once again, these are just so small time folks that really nobody pays attention to because they're talking to losers. These are like C tier bread tubers that they come on because they're orbiters. They aren't even the big name folks, So it's like because they're just boring in general. It's like, or well, they're at least boring to some people. But yeah, Poland has sunk into the ground, been ran, since World War I. Yeah, SMO seems to just hate everyone from Michael Brooks to Chapo, even correctly Vosh. Yeah, Suck my opinion has lost a lot of he's just boring to me. He really is. Like, okay, yeah, I get it that you're down there in where is he at? Like Mississippi, I think. Mississippi or Alabama. I can't remember which one, but it's like you can tell he's got the accent, but it's like in general, man, he's kind of boring. It's like, I don't know, man, but yeah, good point. 50 years plus of CIA, Mossad subversion practice and experimentation has turned them into experts. Yeah. And like I say, I mean, I was trying to pay attention to a video that that they put out about Vietnamese communism. From good old Luna Oi, the comrade of E. American Johnson. It's like, I mean, I would say the same thing. It's like, just call them fuck buddies. It's like, come on. It's like, you're fucking her. Come on, dude. We all know. Yeah, I gotta go have a good rest of the day, everybody. See you later. Union Army Ball. Have a good day. Have a good day. We're just ranting and raving. I'm probably gonna keep this going until maybe an hour. I'll see how long. But I may cut it pretty soon because I'm kind of losing steam here. I'm just kind of I think I pretty much said my piece. Maybe next time I'll read a little bit more, but it's just been so chaotic and everything. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like I say, I think most of these black leftist channels are boring. Yeah, it's like if they were talking about revolutionary stuff all the time, okay. But it's like Black Red Guard. Even now, he doesn't show his face anymore. He just does pre-done videos. He turned off the comments. He used to live with his mom. He had a house in his name because his mom couldn't do it. He used to live in the nice neighborhood in St. Louis, but I think since then he's moved away because he was on Dr. Phil. Yeah, Black Red Guard, Chris, what is his name? I was going to say like Chris Henson or something like that, but it's like his name's Chris something. But it's like, and he was on Dr. Phil. Talk with that because, his mom tried to kill, Chris's father because I guess they have beef or something like that. But it's crazy. Absolute wildness going on with Black Red Guard. It's absolute craziness. But, yeah, man, like I say, he's gone more private now. He just puts out his videos once in a blue moon. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, he's the bigger name that I can think of. The rest of them are just kind of like, meh. They put out these boring-ass videos of old footage. It's like, if you can make it interesting, okay. But a lot of the times, yeah, meh. Okay, somebody came home. So I think I'm going to end it there. I'm going to go ahead and play the outro. I'm going to go ahead and call it there, okay? So y'all have a good rest of the day, and see you later. Goodbye.